Okay.
Starts at 7:30. So 10 o'clock we get everything.
On day one of the final, these are the things that are going to be in there. Where is there?
Where's Jason Wagner? Or Jason?
They're working. They won't be here today.
Oh, really? Or they might show up later.
We're missing 3 people.
Yeah, we're missing Lucy and Aiden and then Jace.
Lucy was just here.
I saw Lucy yesterday at the Nutcracker.
Oh no, that was Katie. Sorry. Okay.
You're both redheads. You both look exactly alike, okay? She's totally.
Except Lucy looks like Jason.
No, I
And you
saw
don't
him.
look like Jason at all.
Not at all.
No.
Imagine that. Okay, on the day one, you will have some problems with order of operations stuff. Right? Am I interrupting you?
No. My mom's wondering why I'm missing so many things in biology.
Ah.
But my phone, won't do it.
I see. You also will have some stuff on simplifying expressions. Which is the same as this, but with letters in it. Right? You will also have some stuff, some function notation problems. Stuff where it has f of x equals 8x squared minus 2x plus 3, and you're supposed to find f of negative 4, right? Stuff like that. Might even have some where you're supposed to find f of 2L, right? These ones will have letters in the final answer. These ones won't, right? Because these are numbers. What? Order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Continuing on. I'll take some questions here in a minute. You're going to have a chance for that. You are going to have problems where there are equations. 1, 2, multi-step equations. Including ones with variables on both sides. You'll have a couple absolute value equations. Stuff like this. Right? And you will have proportions. You'll have all these things on day one. Hi, guys. Oh, Lucy's with us in spirit. Okay. So is Lucy. I guess so. It's a day that ends in Y. For day 2.
Day 2.
You have final on Tuesday and on Thursday. This has been true. This has got out in things. I've spoke things. It all has been true for a while now.
We got this, guys.
Do we?
Yep. You do. You do too. Yeah, Katie.
Thank you.
Yeah, have some confidence.
On day 2,
No.
you will have graphing linear functions. And they'll already be in y equals mx plus b slope-intercept format. You'll just have to graph them. You will need to find slope between 2 points. Which means you're going to need to know what? What lets us find slope between 2 points? Slope formula. What is the slope formula?
Equals
Oh wait, if
y2 minus
Yeah.
y1.
And then
over
x
x2
over
minus
yeah.
x1.
Yeah.
Like that.
Those things.
Right?
You put the 2 by the y. This 2 is 2.
Y2 minus y2.
You need to be able to solve direct variation problems. That's like that bonus question on that other test, right? You will need to write equations of lines given different types of information. Right? Equations of lines given 2 points or given slope and a point, given a point and a parallel line, or given a point and a perpendicular line. And as a bonus,
So that would be the bonus questions on the questions on the test.
you will need to be able to find the inverse of a linear function. Okay, so for the rest of today's class, you get to go back and look at all that list and be like, okay, I know that this is scary, and I'm not sure if I remember how to do this. Could we do one like this? So, what kinds of problems do you want to look at?
I would like to know how to do the inverse of a linear function, please.
You switch the x and y and solve for y. That's all you're going to get. You want more than that, go look it up. That's why it's bonus.
How about function?
What about them?
We do 'em?
What?
We do 'em?
Can we do functions? What about them? You want to graph them? You want a function notation? What are you talking about? Function notation. Easy money. Let's do it. Some of y'all should ask for, in your Christmas stocking, some paper.
Pretty much so.
All that in your binder.
Why is the squares on your graph paper so much bigger than mine?
There's no graph
Could
paper.
I have a piece of graph paper too?
Everybody uses it.
Y'all are getting me more graph paper from now, okay?
Okay.
I'm supposed to just getting their own.
Thank you. Oh, I get more than those.
Ready, go.
Does anyone remember what unit this is in?
Unfortunately, I do.
What's 7 times negative 8?
Negative 56.
Negative 56, that's true. What's negative 56 plus 4?
Negative. 52.
52. Yeah. Negative 52.
Oh, so it's like find f when f equals 3z.
When x equals, but yes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
What's 7 times 3z?
21.
21z.
17z after plus 4. Can you add them?
It's a good question. Can you add that?
No, those are different.
Because they're not like terms. You cannot add that.
And you can't move anything next to the f over?
That's all one unit. That's not multiplied. That's not f times 3z, that's f of 3z. That's muy importante. It's an easy mistake to make. Don't make that one.
Okay.
What other types of problems? It's a function notation problem.
So this one here. Graphing. No, wait. Oh, I see.
Can we do a direct variation equation, please?
Yeah. I mean, we've done a bunch of those recently, but sure.
No, like, can't seem to remember that.
You what?
Just can't seem to remember.
Crazy. Y equals kx, true. Now what?
Then they just, put the things in there.
Which ones?
The 83,
Y and X.
the 83 goes where the X is.
83 goes with the Y.
And
83 goes where the Y is. Because that says Y.
oh, Y e. Okay, I thought that was the start of the equation.
And then what?
Put the equals K and then wait, -9 or times.
No, it's just
Oh.
Now what? Divide by -9 sounds great.
So in these equation, when y equals -8, is that just not used, or is that some part something?
We're not there yet.
Oh,
-9.2
two parts.
for B. Okay. Oh.
Now what?
Would you prefer us to have it as a mixed number or an improved fraction?
Rewrite the equation, put negative 83, a negative 83 over 9, where the k is, and then you find the x, which you put the -8 where the y is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Was that sarcastic?
No, that wasn't sarcastic.
That was very serious.
Put -8 where the y is.
Now what?
So,
Divide that, but divide by the -83 over 9.
Divide by -83/9. How do we divide fractions?
multiply the inverse.
What is -9 over 83 times -8?
-80, no, -86, no, -72, no, +72.
Barely. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her. You can barely see it, which means you can see it. Quit whining. You'll be fine. What is the answer? Put that down.
Okay.
What's 8 times 9?
What?
What's 8 times 9?
72.
72. 72 83rds, yeah? What other kinds of problems do you have?
Can we do a PEMDAS just so I remember?
Sure.
That was good.
Order of operations.
Do we do a multi-step equation after that?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just go through it all.
Which one do this? Let's do number 6. Or which one? Unit 6.
What do you guys have for Christmas?
Christmas.
Nothing. I'm
Christmas.
going to Fort Worth.
That's fine.
Hey, me too.
My brother made me come into
I'm
town.
going to Fort Worth, and then
Sorry, I
Christmas
didn't mean to
Day,
cause it.
I'm here, and then my grandfather's going to come down.
No, we got a time, so
Just
like,
in
I think this
just
you
come
can.
down.
My brother made me come into town. Maybe not though. I haven't seen him in like 2 years. So that'll be nice. He lives in Kansas
I was born there.
Missouri. I was born in Odessa.
16, 17.
That's Texas.
Odessa.
I was just born in Lubbock at 17, so I guess that's, yeah, just plain.
You were born in Lubbock? Mm-hmm.
Now it's
Have you lived here your entire life?
last time I saw was like, it was very
All in the
Great. Now what?
Wait, that's crazy.
Less. My
Um,
brother's is
Which ones?
the bottom.
The 24
Wait, well,
times 3 plus 8.
Or distributing?
yeah.
distributed.
And
Or you could just do it because there's no letters.
or
That's
distributed.
You could just do like 8 plus 3, right? When you do, so the an important answer to my question of which ones is you do parentheses from the inside to the out. So you start inside innermost and work your way out. Yes. What's 3 minus 1? 3 minus 1.
Oh, I didn't realize it was. I get it now. Well, it's not.
What's 3 plus 8?
12.
11.
11, yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. Today,
Apparently it's 12.
it's 12. Listen
Yeah,
to me, I am always right.
Doubtful.
Wow.
Now what? Times what? 24 and 11. We can do negative 16 and 2 as well, right? What's negative 16 times 2?
30.
Negative 32.
Negative 32. What's 24 times 11?
264?
Yeah, 264.
I don't know. Now what?
84 times 264.
Yeah, what's that?
It's a number.
Oh, no way.
Whoa, what?
Y'all have brains and calculators. I recommend one.
2,000,
Brains.
no, 22,000.
Calculator.
176.
What?
22,176.
Does somebody else agree?
All right.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm just joking. 9.
What's 82 minus 32? 50. We need to reduce that monstrosity. What should we reduce by?
50s.
Does 50 go into that?
No,
No, definitely not.
Sure, start by 2, probably.
2 sounds great because that's obviously correct, right? What's 50 divided by 2?
25.
What is 22,176 divided by 2? I don't know either. Punch it in your calculator.
25, 11,
What'd you say?
I don't know.
1,088.
11,000.
11,088. Does it reduce anymore? The top number is only divisible by 5 and 25 and 1.
Nope.
We don't care about 1, and the denominator is definitely not divisible by either one of those other two, right? What else?
Is there absolute value?
Sure.
But I feel like we should start marking here.
30.
Close to the window.
Oh,
That looked like it hurt really bad.
my sister used to do that repeatedly. I don't know why she did it.
It really doesn't hurt
TMI,
that bad.
Riley. TMI.
No, she was a child at the time.
Riley, we love that you tell us about your personal life all the time. Sometimes it's a little TMI.
Me
It's a
too.
little, it's,
Yeah.
I know. I love you.
All right.
No.
What should we do?
It's just a negative TMI.
And sometimes
Matt, we get rid of the negative.
We can't get rid of the negative.
Equation. No.
We do split it into two equations. That's true.
It's been hot in it since we don't move.
What does one of the equations look like?
Oh yeah, I remember this now.
Negative, one positive.
One positive. What is the positive one going to look like? Same, but with no absolute value, right? What about the negative one? What is it going to look like?
Same thing I did with parentheses, but negative in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What do we do on the left one?
+2.
Add 2. 3t equals 9. Now what?
Oh, wait.
Divide by 3? Yeah. Let's go, Paisley. Oh my
Let's go,
gosh.
Paisley. Get it, girly.
That's crazy. What about over there?
Divide by 1.
Divide by positive 1?
Negative 1.
Divide by negative 1 sounds fine. You could also distribute the negative either way. We'll get you there. Now what? Add 2. Sounds good. What's negative 7 plus 2? Negative 5. Now what? Divide the 3 off. Okay.
Doing good, guys. Don't love much inspirational.
Totally.
Maybe.
What? I saw that.
Maybe it's better than.
Is it though?
No.
It depends. Maybe is often hopeless.
Maybe means no.
Just wait, Lou. It's fine.
Did Hunter order the plastic for the dirt bike first?
There's a. It's right there.
I thought it was Rosemary. I can't
Talking to myself.
What?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay. One of the most recent ones, right?
Okay. What should we do?
Substitute with the negative. I know.
Am I thinking the wrong thing?
I don't know.
Are you? Maybe.
The fact that the line we are interested in is parallel to this line tells us what?
Same slope.
They have the same slope. Their slopes are the same. So what is the slope of our line? -8. We want to get the line in slope-intercept form. We can use slope-intercept form to get there, or we can use point-slope to get there. What do you want to use? Point-slope sounds fine. What is point-slope?
Y minus y1 equals x minus x1.
Mm-hmm. Now what?
Put the parentheses where the m is, where the y1 and x1.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Katie.
Let's go, Katie. Oh my gosh. Now what?
Fill in the leaves.
Put what where?
-1 goes where the y1 is. And then 5 goes where the x1 is. And then -8 goes where the m is.
Now what?
Distribute.
Distribute sounds great. I'm a ka-chink too, right?
Yeah. Indeed.
So y plus 1 equals, what's -8 times x?
-8.
-8x. What's -8 times -5?
What do you get at 40?
Positive 40, right? Because negative and a negative. Mm-hmm. Now what?
Minus 1.
-1. Now what?
Distribute. Or sorry, not distribute. My bad.
When you did -1 to positive 40 minus 1, is that okay?
Circle it.
Did you do it?
Yeah, we circle it. Sounds like a great idea. I love it.
That's what I thought. I was like, what?
I think that's it.
See, I remember when you started doing that.
That's the lowest grades I have in this class. Otherwise, it's like 81.
Okay. Now what?
Perpendicular, so you make a negative inverse.
Well, you flip it. 5 over.
Yeah, you flip it.
We do. This also gives us the slope. It tells us that the slope is the opposite reciprocal of this one.
Should be -5.
What is the opposite of positive?
Negative.
Negative. So our slope is negative. What's the reciprocal of 3/5? 5 over 3, 5/3. Now we've got the slope. We've got a point. We could use point slope or slope intercept. We use point slope this time. Let's use slope intercept that time. What is slope intercept form of a line? Y equals mx plus b. I think that is what I heard you mumbling over there. Now what? True. Where? Y, M, and X. Same as there. What's going to go right here?
0.
0.
And then -5 where the x goes.
Negative 5 where the X goes. Negative 5/3 where the M is. Now what?
You could do
Add
negative
or
5
times the -5/3 and the -5.
We should multiply negative 5/3 times negative 5. Put your calculator down. What is negative 5/3 times negative 5? What is 5 times 5? 25 thirds. I don't care if you use your calculator. Just think before you click. Sometimes you don't even need it. Now what?
Circle.
I don't think so. B is not by itself.
Minus 23, I mean 24, come on.
Minus.
You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's positive. We subtract it. I know what you're saying. I also know what you mean to say. Now what?
Oh, that. Circle.
Put it back in the equation.
That's not what we're looking for.
You put it back in the equation.
We put it back into the equation.
Oh.
So what am I going to write? I'm going to write y equals what?
Negative 25.
No.
Negative 5
Negative 5/3 x
Forget it.
plus negative 25/3.
Let's go. Good job, y'all.
What else?
Can we do proportions?
We could do a proportion or two. Sounds great. Tell y'all are homeschooled. If you were public school all through middle school, then the only thing you'd know how to do is a proportion. What?
I don't know if that makes me feel any better.
I was public school. So
All through middle school?
all through middle school.
Yeah, you probably know how to solve a proportion then.
I got taken out by 8th grade.
I got taken out halfway through 8th grade.
I've never been public school.
I've been a
I
homeschool.
They took me out right after. Right
The reason I homeschool is actually because my sister.
Right before homecoming.
I
I'm
got
not
taken
gonna share that
out.
story.
Right before.
I got taken out of public school because I got too angry
I just
and
go by
near the
myself,
beat of a
so.
child when I was in 3rd grade.
I walk around
That's
for a
nice.
while.
That's fun.
The first time I went in 6th grade.
Oh yeah, this stuff.
What should we do?
Cross
8
over.
times 12.
We should cross multiply.
Yeah. Because it's an equal sign, not a.
Because it's an equal sign, not a times. That's right. What's A times 95?
95A.
95A.
You're wrong.
What is 3 times 12?
36.
36.
Oh my god.
Now what?
That.
Divide sounds good. So what does A equal? Does it reduce?
36.
36 is divisible by 3, 6, 12, and 1. Do any of those go into 95?
No.
9.
No. I mean, 1 does.
But then that would just be the same thing. So it's 36.
You know what's funny is you said 9, and what you meant was the Russian word for no.
No, it's German. It's German.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But 9 also goes into 36.
Whoa. That's fun. But also not really.
Why not really?
I don't know.
Why does it bring anything?
I don't know. You need help?
Yeah, it does. Yes.
Lou, you okay?
What?
Okay,
What is that?
that's a theta. So it's a letter, just a variable. He's an x, but I decided to get fancy and put a Greek letter in there. It's great fun. What should we do?
That.
Cross multiply.
What is that thing?
It's an X.
It's like Greek.
It's a theta.
7-Eleven. Sorry.
You got so excited.
What I really should have done was 6711, and that would have been that would have been even more fun. For this one, we're going to write it all the way out, right? Because we don't want to. For the third time now, this is a letter. It's a Greek letter, theta. Who cares what it is? He could be an X, but today he identifies as Greek. Okay, it doesn't affect anything. It's just a letter.
He identifies as confusing.
Right? Because the 7's got to get multiplied times that whole schmagoigle, right? So what do we do now? We should distribute. I agree. What's 7 times theta?
7 Greek.
7 theta.
7 theta.
You said he was Greek.
What's 7 times 2?
14.
14. Now what? Minus 14.
You said minus. It looks like 7.
No, wait.
Now what?
Divide the 7 off.
Divide the 7 off. What else?
You can't distribute it, right?
What do you mean distribute it?
And then you
Do you mean divide or simplify?
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't reduce.
7 is a prime number.
Right.
And it doesn't go into 74.
What are you laughing
I
about?
want to know what happened.
Nothing?
I was just like having a moment, okay?
I don't know what happened.
No.
A lot.
I
And it
don't
goes in
know.
there.
Eyes on the board.
What in the best way?
Yeah. Grab piece of paper. Yeah, okay, grab it.
Oh no.
Oh, that's simple.
I need to borrow it. I have some, but I can't buy it.
Just gonna do the four-ish for algebra.
It's not easy to tell with your nose if it just goes.
Or $30, so you're honestly gonna need to.
Pause. Freeze.
Okay.
Because we need to start intuiting. Feel like sometimes the thing about math especially, more than any other subject really, we've talked about some of this before, but all subjects this is important, but in math, you can't really get better at math unless you start doing this, unless you're just super algorithmically and you can remember 50 bazillion steps just in a row, just whatever, which most people can't do that. Why questions are really good. like really good in math, like really, really good. Okay, so the more you start looking at a problem, being like, okay, this is going to be like this, or this kind of means this, it's helpful. So I want you to look at these, and I want you to let's start thinking through a couple things. Each one is either going to be slanted up or down, right? Which one is this?
What do you mean?
They're both slanted. They're all slanted. Is it slanted up or is it slanted down? Up. How do you know? Because the slope is positive.
Oh.
So it's not going to look like this. It's going to look like this. What about this one? It's going to slant down. So it's not going to look like this. It's going to look like this. What about this one? Up. It's not going to look like this. It's going to look like this. Which one is going to be the steepest? This one. Because he goes up the most before he starts going over, right? For every 7 he goes up, how many does he go over 1? He goes over 1 once. Right? So he's the steepest. Where does this one start? At 0. He starts in the middle. Right? Where does this one start? That's not enough information. 1 is just a number. Where does he start? Now you gave too many words. Simpler baby words. Where does he start? That's not a direction. Where does he start? Up 1. Yeah. Where does he start? Down 5. And you pay attention, because I'm not like trying to like baby you. I'm trying to, this is how you need to think about math. Dumb it down. Because if you take the big complicated words and be like, okay, what is a window? A window is glass, which is a combination of silica and sand and a whole bunch of other process, and it's heated, and all that's true, and that's useful. Window is clear thing I look through, right? That is idea of window, right? Start understanding, because that's what math is. Math is descriptive. Math is explaining the world we live in, right? So this guy, if we graph him, he looks like this. Dot, up 1 over 3. He's going to look like that. You can get more specific than that with a pretty picture, right? But you, with these equations, what I say, when I have told you before, or that by the end of Algebra 1, you need to be able to look at these and be able to graph them in your sleep. You need to be able to graph these as easy as 3 times 2 is 6. This is what I mean. You need to be able to look at this and be able to be like, okay, we start here, we go down 3, over 2, put a dot, and he looks like that. That's what I mean. When we do this one, we need to be able to look at this one and be able to go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 7, which is more than that, over 1, connect it, put a dot. This is what I mean. We do all this precision work, and that's great, and you need to learn how to be precise. That's useful. But you need to have intuitive understanding what this is. And if you can do this, then you can get the problem right. Do all the steps and actually put the dot and actually pull the ruler out and all to do the things. So I want you to think. This is what I mean when I say think. When you're doing your notes, you need to think. Why did past me with the dumb hair do that? I know I'm like yelling, but that was like a joke. It's okay. Right? You need to think, that's what I'm talking about. Because if you will do that, then you get to test time, and test is easy. Because you understand what you do. But if you're just copying that, copying this, and you're never thinking, why did he do that? You're never going to get it. And you'll fail final just as hard as you fail midterm. I'm not being predictive, hopefully. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Why questions are good. Ask them early and often. Learn from Riley. Ask the why questions a lot. You don't have to be as obnoxious about it as Riley, but ask the why questions.
That's real true. I'm real obnoxious.
So sorry, Mr. Shaw.
We got to build you up and keep you humble all at the same time. It's important. We got to keep things balanced.
I'm still humble. I'm the humblest person here.
Why questions are useful. Yeah. Okay.
That's easy.
We don't really have enough time to do any more problems. Does anybody have any questions? Study for your flipping test. Do it. Please. If you need answer keys to anything you use, study guides, practice tests, old homework, whatever, send me a message and I will get you taken care of. Goodbye.
When I get a bigger piece of I used to be able to fit it in here just easily. Now not so much.
What? I'll hey, it's still like that.
I have been tucking
Yeah,
all
it's
the way.
all-
That's what I
And
did.
anyone's act like you're not gay, and
I know, and then it
Last
makes
time I
me
did that, I
so
tried to end
weird.
every single call and see you later. Was it working?
So Matthias,
Yeah.
I'm not showing you the style tip.
No.
How do you know that? I didn't tell you. Well, I did tell you what time it is.
I had no idea. I don't know.
What?
Sundays, 1 to 6:30.
His face is in the camera? That's crazy.
I don't know.
Crazy, crazy.